Hello everybody, welcome to Bass and Bonsai. Right? I know. Another topwater popper video. Buckle up, hang on though, it's going to be a good one. We got our new AliExpress popper. Probably going to throw the Pop X against it. Maybe another one that came from eBay back in the day. But I'm going to turn here and hit this point. You're going to see footage from the dam, then this point. So buckle up, hang on. This adventure starts right now. Welcome to the show. I got several topwater baits. I mean, I have more than this, but in this box is mainly my hard baits and some of the, soft-bodied frogs. But we just picked up this bait, and yesterday was the first time with it, and I caught a crazy big bass and then two at once, which I haven't done in quite a few years. So I'm gonna slap this bait on this morning. I don't have anything rigged up yet. The sun is just getting ready to come up and over them treetops. So I'm going to rig this bait up, and we're going to see if we can at least come close to duplicating how much luck we had with it yesterday morning. It was an awesome bait. I'll put a proper, well, maybe put a proper intro together later on. We got the wind blowing into this dam. You kind of need to see this bait to get it to work. I think the way it works the best, but it basically, as it pops, it'll jump left or right once you get in a little cadence. The Pop Max and Pop X are excellent at walking the dog kind of faster, covering water, but I think it's due to this bill, and this is more of a copy of a different, like a Rico or some other one I've heard about, but I never really bought like an expensive little popper. And I think because of that point up on the top of it, if you get it working it right, it kind of pops this way, pops that way, like little pops, like going very slow. It's the only bait I have rigged up. I do have a backup, just a worm. Got a purple haze, just rigged up. Actually, I didn't even use it yesterday, but it's rigged up from last weekend. Just in case I feel like I need to throw a worm or, soft plastic back over there. And we're going to try a lot of different things today. There we go, finally. Oh, that might be a better one. Oh, I'm backing the boat up. I didn't think he was that big. Oh, that's a nice bass. I thought it was a little one the way he hit it. That is a chunk. Stay on. It's a couple pounder at least. I can't tell for sure. He's coming, passing the boat up. He gone. That's why I like to have you guys. Oh, that's a nice chunk. 2.5, 3 pounder. Oh, he circled the boat. Completely circled the boat. I'm just letting him run. That is a nice chunk. Right off the bat. Get over here. Get over here. Oh my God. Right off the bat, a 2.5, 3 pounder. Our new AliExpress bait is on fire. Look at that. That is a fat chunk. I didn't know. Oh, there's fish right under the boat. We might be on a very good day. Aldebaran 22. I think I forgot to mention, that's the Feeling, the Lure Star contest rods. I do recommend them, but I changed the handles. It's up to you guys. They're an expensive rod from AliExpress, but they are a good rod. Okay. If he don't get away, keeping him wet. Oh, we got Eugene scale. Get it turned on, zeroed out. I'm going to weigh this fish. I'm guessing it right at 3 pounds, but I could be a little heavy. No, wow, 3.5 pounds, 3.7, so just over 3.5 pounds. That is, I've been light this weekend. That is a gigantic bass. I'm going to give it a kiss. I didn't, you guys kiss her. Uh-oh, I got you guys all wet. So we're going to see if old girl's going to jump, and then we're going to get back at it. Come on. She almost got away. Oh, no, I made that jump. Oh, no jumpers. All right, let's go. All right, let me get right back out there. Now, I like to keep these things straight. And I got to the point where I just make my own, because these, I call them the tails, the feathers, whatever, can get worn out. And my mega bass, when I wore it out yesterday, finally, that bait's like a year, or, I don't know, getting older. But I try to keep those as straight as possible. They will get jacked up. So I'm gonna turn right back around, and we're gonna get right back over there where that fish came from. Now I'm seeing stuff all under the boat, but I think that wind blowing on the dam, we can get some more, you know, a few more topwater hits anyway. Just testing this bait out. And the way I work it, I'll be honest, I'm starting to feel a little, I can tell that is biting into my finger. That does sharp things in order for you to, like, you know, they stick out quite a bit in order to get a grip on that dial. Why they designed it like this, I have no freaking clue. I honestly am debating about getting rid of this Aldebaran 22. It's an awesome reel. I'll show you right in the middle of a freaking popper video the other downside. See that? It may be showing sign of freeing itself up, but it's just got a slight resistance that shouldn't be there in a $300 reel. Oh! Way to hit right at the boat. Come on. All right, this fish came down here. We drifted down. I went back up to it so I could get a pick and weigh it. But right up here is where that fish came from. There could be more in there. That fish was nuts. And there's stuff right under the boat. There's a whole... This water's down about a foot. I haven't been here in like a month. Or probably longer. Oh, get off the... Oh! I hate when I do that with the popper. Ruin the cast by getting grass on it. We may have cleared it. Hit this trolling motor. Hold this right here if I can. Sometimes, even if you're not the best at walking the dog, just moving the bait. Yeah, I had grass. Sometimes you don't have to necessarily be the best at walking the dog. Sometimes it's just moving the bait, just twitching, giving it like twitches. You know, just twitching it and then pausing. Twitching, pausing. Doesn't necessarily have to walk the dog. Or a little tug, pause. But usually like a start and stop can trigger them. But it's a good idea to get it like right along the edge of something and just be able to walk that dog, be able to get it to do this, whether it's a little pop while it's doing it or whatever. And other baits are way better at it than, you know, different ones. This bait definitely does not walk the dog like at a fast pace. Like the Pop X, Pop Max, you can kind of cover water and it walks. They are excellent at walking the dog, just like a true, you know, walking bait. Those poppers have that like down. You can't beat them. You can join them. You got companies like copying them, just like they make the S-crank. For years now, there's been basically somebody is making just the blanks, and you know, painters are buying those, painting them up. They're a knockoff of the S-crank. They do have rattles and they work excellent. And then there's copies of the I'm gonna try to get a close topwater hit. There's also copies of the Pop Max going around on AliExpress. Nowhere near the paint job quality of a Mega Bass one. I have not gotten any. I have 3 Pop Maxes, and oh, did you see that down there? All right, we need to cut right there. Got him. There was a hit. Oh, Jesus! Spit that thing right back out at me. Jeez. Bait did like a whoop. That was insane. Let's keep going. That was right when something further down hit too. I know I laughed, but I don't know. I guess I got this bar here from when I put you guys here, and it just gets in my way in hookup. That's why I noticed, that's why I do over the head, but that is not the best way. You kind of want a sweeping hook set, and I might need to adapt to putting this on my other side. I just found that out messing around with these, doing some of the chatterbait stuff. I've gotten away from doing like how I like to and how you're really supposed to set the hook on a lot of moving baits. don't pull up. A jig, you know, is like a straight up kind of thing, or on bottom, which for the shaky heads is pretty good. But like most of these moving baits and you're going along the bank, you want to sweep into them. And plus, if you miss it for a while, a couple things, it won't come back and hit you, maybe your crow angler in the back, but it won't pull it completely away from them. And it's just better hookup ratios, keeping them hooked doing that, especially on a chatterbait. Treble baits, you necessarily don't need to feel the fish. And the way this boat is drifting me, the wind, I'm at a weird angle from, see that? So I just have to go over the head, and I'm missing every fish. That one I don't think had it at all. Oh well. Got that one. Come on. All right, come on. Get up here. He's not as big as that last one, but he's a good chunk. Look at that. Get out there and jump for him. Bill dance him. There you go. No. Get up here. Nice chunk. Has been caught before. Has maybe been caught a few times. Both sides of his mouth are jacked. He's still living large, healthy. Catch and release at its finest. We love it. Whee! 100% jumper. Let's get back on them. All right. Find a showstopper, and then I want you guys to make sure and come back. I'm going to be putting together another, I'm just in a chatterbait kick. We tested them yesterday. Check out that video if you haven't already. Bass Pro Shops, Carbon Light, basically combo, versus the 13 Fishing Fate Black, versus the my favorite AliExpress rod, the Lure Star Contest in the quick, or no, the sharp, I don't even know, the medium action one anyway. It's kind of a medium heavy battle of what I think is my favorite chatterbait rod, or comparing them all. And I think they all have their own little, they're very close, and they're all good choices, in my opinion, if you like shorter rods for a chatterbait rod. 6'9", 6'8", 6'7". All fish roughly close to the same. But stay tuned, I'm going to kind of just redo that today, hopefully, if I can get on enough chatterbait fish. Bite, even though we've caught a couple decent ones, bite seems like it might be a little tough this morning. We've got crazy hot weather. It's 80, water temps 85 degrees. We're in that, still in that just summertime funk. It was like 95. It was hot yesterday. We made it to almost noon. It's gonna be hot today. Anyway, let's catch a showstopper. I'm gonna go back up and hit that spot again. What I should do, let's go over here. I'm gonna try something different real quick there, but this is where the wind's blowing. So early this morning, and I've got the Pop-X rigged up on my ultralight rod. But I like to start on the bank where the wind's blowing in on them. So we're gonna start with, I got you guys on there just to kind of broaden your horizon, more like almost literally. But I'm going to try this bait, and for covering water, I don't really think I'm going to be able to recommend this bait, and that's kind of why I'm going here. I'm kind of putting this popper against the Pop Max, even if we don't catch a fish, just to see, and hopefully it'll translate. You guys can make out that this one walks when you get to a certain speed, but you kind of have to go slow. It's not a fast walking popper, but it does work very good. So I'm trying to stay back a little bit in case there's spooky fish. And I'm hoping this wind will catch us and drift us right down here. I may have to help it out a little bit. But just a slow, twitchy, almost like you would you know, pretty much walk anything. Frogs, poppers. You get that little cadence with the, depending on the shape and the weight of the bait, you know, the drag in the water. You're gonna have to change, vary it up, but it's basically a little twitching and a, you know, kind of like this, a combination of the both. You can usually make almost anything that's up on top walk. You could probably do the same thing on the bottom on some baits that, you know, there's a little hit right there. I was just had it stop, but you can't really see. So you almost, poppers and topwater stuff work because you can make out what it's doing and get that, you know, I guess muscle memory figured out to where once you get it going. But some just do it way easier than others. Frogs, you cut one leg shorter than the other, so it will start, when you first pull that frog, one side has more drag, so it'll start going that way. Then you gotta, you know, get the exact cadence down to get it walking good. But that's kind of why you cut one frog leg shorter than the other, is for that initial startup. So most baits, once you start them going one way, and then when it makes its turn and you twitch the other way, it just naturally is going to pull it this way, and then it's naturally going to pull it that way. It's just a matter about getting the timing right. But having said that, that bait does not do it near as easy as this bait. That's the Pop X or the Pop Max, and even the little baby Pop X is pretty good at that. But that would be the last one I would want to use for like walking, covering water. I would use one of the bigger ones. That most of your poppers, you know, you'll want a walking bait if you're wanting to cover water, but you can cheat the system by just getting like a Pop Max, because it's almost big as a lot of the little walking baits on the market. You can get a Pop Max or a Pop Max knockoff nowadays, and it's a little mini kind of walker, and it's a good, awesome popper. And the Pop X does about the same thing. I don't know if you guys can make out just how much better it is at kind of walking the dog. I call it walking the dog at speed. So we've got our little 6-pound test, all the line off. If we hit a big one right there, oh boy, I'm gonna have to hurry up and run this trolling motor right at that fish. So it's a good idea with any really walking to hesitate. Now if you come out and you start casting and reeling and stuff starts hitting it, you know, just keep going. There's no need to do a lot of pause and a lot of real slow, you know, a lot of guys speed crank, different stuff. You can almost, sometimes you can do that topwater stuff. But anytime you need to finesse them, get that slow down a little bit, I like to get a walk going, pause it, maybe a little chug here and there, just to maybe pull something else in. And a lot of times competition is what will get you hit. You get more than one bass or go across the tops of more than one bass and they see something that looks a little bit enticing, just the fact there's more than one there, you'll get at least one to come up and whack it. He's like, oh, I better get it before they do. Or you can slow way down and try to get it to walk as far each way as it can. And the Pop Max is the best at that. But this little Pop X is definitely an awesome bait too. So I'm going to get on down actually more closer to the point and then hit a little bit closer to the bank. Let's go. That sun is, it's almost there. I want to hit this little area and then I'm going to jump back where there's no wind, and we're going to hit that point, and then we're going to have to end this topwater video because we've only caught a few fish. I got here not really late. The sun's just coming up. There's like about a half hour, honestly, of most mornings that I could be out here fishing, but I can't really have you guys with me recording. You can't see enough. I can barely see. When I can barely see the fish, you guys can't really see to kind of get what's going on. Oh, there's a hit. Got him. Oh, too little a rod probably. But anyway, yeah, so you guys can't, it's harder for you guys to make out what's going on. So let's throw, we just had a hit right there, and I think I may have just had a little too short, a little too light of a rod. Even though it's a small bait, that little Pop X is probably not good for an ultralight BFS gear. You want, like, you know, light. The 661 Teton, there's a hit. Whee! that dude was skimming. That's why you need that high-speed reel so you can catch up to them, right, when they're skiing. All right, is that a showstopper? Not yet. Mwah. Kiss you too, little baby boy. Could have been a female, just a baby, right? Go to the little nursery. We're at the little nursery right here on this end. We got to kiss all the babies. Like, aren't they so cute? Yeah, but I was looking for the mamas. Let's go. The feeling, this is an excellent combo. As long as I can make myself like this Alder Baron 22. I guess I could take, honestly, and just put a piece of tape right there or on my finger, because that, it just, I don't know. I guess maybe I'm being too girly. You know, I match my, oh, I don't know why I yanked. Do not yank when you can clearly see the bait still floating and they didn't even hit it. They missed it. Oh my God. Come on, let's put a showstopper together. I mean, I'm anxious to get to chatterbait fishing. You guys know me. Oh boy. That was a stupid overhead cast that should not have been made. Come on. Oh my God, really right in the middle of everything. The worst time to backlash is early morning. Clearly cannot see anything. Okay, got it. Got it. Oh my God. As you can see, I have my baits on my rod, or sorry, my reel set pretty freaking loose. And what's weird is a sidearm cast, for whatever reason, tends to need a looser setup. And then when you go overhead, it'll backlash sometimes. But what's weird, some reels are the opposite of that. Like I have a feeling that my Zillion with the chameleon spool is almost like the opposite. I can cast it overhead, and then when I do a light sidearm, it'll backlash then. It's weird. Let's try that again. I think I just threw, because I don't have to throw that hard and it goes way out there. I got it set up real light. Killed it. Oh, they're freaking. Did you guys see this? What's going on? I'm going to throw a chatterbait over there and get this game over with. That's what I'm going to do. You guys keep messing with me. Throwing them chatterbaits hard. Throwing them chatterbaits hard. I knew there'd be a few fish. I just can't get them. Can't hook them. There's one. Got that one. Jesus. That's a showstopper. Get over here. Ooh. He is not a skier. Yeah, he is. Power BFS. That's a light rod. And it is capable of throwing light stuff, but it's capable of putting some power to these fish. I just did that. I'm in a rush. About hooked myself. Let me get this dude unhooked. I know, buddy. I horsed you. I'm sorry. Showstopper. Buckle up. Hang on. This show's over. Go home. Anyway, yes, this bait is definitely game on. In my opinion, that is not good. Let me show you this though. These split rings may be junk. You guys see that? That split ring, that fish managed to get that. That should never happen. See how he's already started, he didn't even need split ring pliers. He's already got that treble hook. There we go. That's not a good sign. I like the hooks, but I have to watch those split rings. You may want to switch those out. I should check that knot, but I didn't. Now see here, I feel those bites. I mean, I was right on top of them, but they were more of a chug it and then kill it. Right like that. Not even nothing to do with walking a true, like using it like a popper. That is a huge Is that a bass or a crappie? I think that's a big crappie. Jesus. That is a huge crappie. Well, he looks bigger in the water, but that's still a nice chunk. So there we got bass and crappie right in that same spot, just living together in perfect harmony until old Bass Bonsai comes in and disrupts their whole morning. They're like, we're just trying to eat. Too bad. I'm trying to make a YouTube video here. All right, yummy. Should I lick it? No. Kiss for luck though. Oh man, I splashed my legs. All right guys, get out of here. Go bass and bonsai, but whatever you do, make sure you have fun doing it. I'm gonna keep fishing. All right, we're done. Time to throw chatterbaits. But not yet. This bite is too good right here. Right over there. On this point, like I was hoping, the wind's blowing. There's definitely some fish stacked up. There's crappie and bass. I gotta, hang on. You guys watch that bait. I'd swear a crappie is slimier than a bass. I had to clean that crappie slime off my fingers. Had it on my handle, knob. So far, all of these hits basically popping, walking like just little spurts and then killing it. See, there's a little something hit right there. That's probably crappie. All right, whoa. That bait was diving. Let's get a little closer to the bank. There's a turtle out there even. I just saw his head. He's like, hey, it's Bass and Bonsai. What up, turtle? How's it drifting? Oh, did you guys just see that? Oh, you guys are looking the wrong way. Just turn the boat. Right over there up under that tree. There's a decent splash, probably not big, probably like a half-pounder, pounder. Nailed something. Come on, that sun's coming. We've already got just enough talking and action for a topwater video, but I'd like to have a big one. Okay, so I know there's fish right there, but I'm just gonna try. Sometimes in big ones, early morning, are up in tight. So I'm just gonna pop it, stop it, pop it, stop it, pop it, stop it, pop it, stop it, pop it, stop it. Oh, there's one right there. Oh, there's stuff right under the boat. Literally, right under the boat. I'll stop just long enough to try that under the boat. We're only in 5 foot of water right where we're at. I'm just kind of drifting along. Okay, so I'm not sure what I'm seeing under the boat, but it's not wanting to bite. So let's give the old Pop X another shot. Throw it up there. Now I will just walk the dog back. I'm trying to cover water now. We're almost totally done. I'm gonna walk it. Oh, did you guys see that? We're gonna go up and hit that right there. Did you guys see that? It was crazy loud. I don't know, it's probably a little bitty old fish. Just hit that surface water right. We're gonna do it with this little bitty bait. Look at this little ultralight. I know we already know the new bait. It's legit. It's $3.50. Get out and buy a couple, at least. The link, that video, the first video, it's in the link is in that description. But this is all about catching whatever was right there now. And I'm gonna catch this on the lowest rod possible. That's usually the best time, is to get out topwater if you really want to try to catch the biggest fish on the smallest rod possible. We're out here, there's no cover other than like grassy stuff right out here. So you kind of gotta try to stack the odds in your favor if you really want to get some big fish on some little gear. We're just passing right across, somewhere right up here. There's a pretty loud freaking come on. Has the Top X lost its magic? Let's try the new one. Surely not. But the new one does do it a little bit differently. I'll go just a little bit to the left. Come on. Now you see, I kind of worked this whole area out away from it. Now I'm kind of in a little tighter. I'm gonna come right back here when this video wraps up and be throwing some chatterbaits too. Come on. Notice that the wind, depending on which way you're facing, the wind will mess this bait up. Alright, let's get along. Cast down that way. Going real loud. That's roughly the area where we had some fish. Oh, got one. I was gonna say, we're right about where those other fish were from earlier. What is that? Dude barely got the tail. He barely got that sucker. Now that was just a simply gurgling it and then killing it, and then he just came up and whacked. You could tell he was going for those little feathers for sure. It was just sitting there, and that's all he got hold of, was just that rear part. He didn't want, he was trying to sneak up on it. Let's try that one more time, then we're going to go hit that other point. I usually don't fish this way. I may throw it out and just try to, I may do that one time and then just start working it slow, just to get a noise, like a little pot of something busted up on the surface, you know, to get their attention, and then start coming through slower. Usually don't just work it through the water like this, but doesn't hurt to try it every once in a while. One long cast, and then I'm going back up the other way. That's why I'm just going to throw one long one down there. All that gurgling only brought in one. All right, I'm going to work up this bank real quick and then shoot to that point. Get up here, bait. So I'm gonna, oh. I got gunk. Just enough, one little leaf will totally screw up a popper usually from getting hit. So we're gonna work up this bank. Go try them on that point. And then the sun will be up for sure. Try. There's a little, I see kind of a, the wind caught me. I might try it. Sometimes when you're like, oh, the wind threw it in the wrong spot. See that little bit of clearing right there? The wind, I need to adjust for the wind. The wind is throwing me totally off. All right, so I'm gonna aim for right. Okay, I aimed for that tallest one, and the wind put it right where I wanted it. So I'm gonna let it set, see that? Let it clear out. Ooh, I got him. I didn't think I had that fish. I thought that fish totally missed it. All right. Oh man, did you guys hear that? He nailed the boat. He's trying to break that bait. And he got it deep too. Jesus, dude. He's trying to make it go out. Uh-oh. Hang on. Trying to be as gentle with him as I could. Alright. Now we're drifted all the way over there. Let's try that again. Okay, now we're going. Oh, we got one more shot. Right across. Now that wind didn't even help me. I thought the wind was going to even blow it closer. That's why I threw it a little to the left. Which is fine. The wind actually did help me. It blew the line over that way. So that bait will... Ooh. That bait's going to work its way closer to that grass line. Oh, did you see that? Got it. Oh, get out there and jump for him. Oh, he's trying to spit that bait out. Come on, do it again. And they are flat. Don't high stick it up. They are flat eating that bait. Look at how, it's actually, I don't like them eating it that far. It's hard sometimes on their gills and stuff. We'll let that one go.